Hi guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well. Um, this is going to be a general reading for Capricorn for May 16th through May 31st. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you if it does. And whenever you see this message, it is meant for you. So, for instance, it can resonate for you 6 months in the past, 6 months in the future, 6 days, 6 weeks. It's all kind of relative and up to you, right? Since time is fluid. But we're going to get into your reading in just a minute. I also wanted to say, always feel free to let me know in the comments down below if this did resonate for you. If you like this video, please feel free to give it a thumbs up. It does help my channel. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you want to subscribe, all you can do is all you have to do, is click on the bell icon on the bottom right. And it just lets you know when I put out new videos and it notifies you, and it is free. So, with all that being said, let's get started. Oh, one more thing. If you're not watching this live and you're watching it later and you want to pull up the picture while you watch or listen or just look at it at any time of all the cards here, all you have to do is go in the description box below and follow the instructions. All right. So Capricorn, we're going to do a quick sound bell just for some healing and general grounding for the reading. So if you want to and you feel comfortable, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever, or you can just listen. Okay, Capricorn. Let's get into your reading. And if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back. So we're going to go over your 6 main cards here first, and then your confirmation cards after. At the very end, a few oracle cards. So this first row here is energy starting around May 16th, the next week. Even can start tomorrow on the 16th, okay? But going through this upcoming week and weekend is the first row. The second row is energy of the last week and weekend towards the end of May, like May 31st, okay? All right, Capricorn. Let me just set my timer here. Okay. So you have the Star card in reverse, 5 of Sacred Circles upright or 5 of Pentacles upright, Justice upright, 5 of Cups upright, 2 of Swords upright, and the Devil upright. You showed up in your reading, so we'll talk about that later when we get to that card. But it's always interesting. It seemed like it happened in the last reading or the one before that. So that's always fun and interesting. But anyway, let's get into your reading here, Capricorn. All right. So with the Star card in the reverse position, this talks about, not feeling all the way balanced in your emotions with something, also having a hard time finding faith or inspiration for the future, okay? Or just balancing something, right? So when the Star card is right side up, she's 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land, okay? And so that's the balance that I was talking about. And she's looking up at the star for hope and inspiration. It could be for some of you too. It's not everybody, but the Star card is Aquarius. So you could have a lot of Aquarius in your chart or dealing with an Aquarius, but it doesn't have to be. Just wanted to point that out. Sometimes I forget to point out, which cards represent which zodiac signs. So you can always research that too if you see the photo and you're like, oh, what is that? How does that how does that resonate? For me at this time. But anyway, this is kind of the general energy that your reading is starting off here with. And again, this can always, if this is not you, Capricorn, this could be a person you're dealing with, or people you're dealing with, or the general situation, or energy that's in your environment here. Okay. Now, going forward, your second card here is the 5 of Sacred Circles or 5 of Pentacles in the upright position. This is saying, and again, this is energy from the recent past or still kind of currently going on for you, okay, Capricorn. But this is an energy of looking for a spiritual retreat, looking for a refuge, an inner hope about something, because this energy has a feeling, or this card has a feeling of being left out in the cold in some way, going through a lot of heartache. Not even heartache, more just like hardship and struggle with something. And when it comes, following the star in reverse, it's just showing that you're really struggling, during this time for a little bit, not forever, because things do, turn out better, towards the end of the reading here, as like a little foreshadowing preview. But yeah, it's like I'm trying to balance my emotions. I'm trying to balance something. I'm trying to refine my hope, my inspiration. So I'm going to go on a little spiritual retreat. Okay. And normally, when you see this Five of Sacred Circles or Five of Pentacles upright, you would see someone standing out in the cold, and there's a church in the background, and another person is walking, with raggedy clothes, and they're on crutches. Okay, so that's the hardship. Okay, but it's like finally finding somewhere warm within your spiritual being. Okay, that's what you've been looking for. And this is where my spirit guides wanted me to talk about what was on the top and the bottom of your ancestral deck here, the ones we use in the main six. Okay, so what was on the top was the Nine of Cups upright, and what was on the bottom was the Princess of Cups in reverse. Okay, so this talks about in the recent past, Capricorn, you were on the cusp of something, almost at the end of something, the beginning of something new, right? Nine almost being 10. 10 is completion of something, okay? But you were feeling emotionally fulfilled about something, maybe even a celebration here. But then something happened where you didn't have all the information, and maybe some illusions were coming out about something here with the Princess of Cups in reverse. And then anytime you see the cups in the reverse position, it talks about not being emotionally fulfilled about something, okay? And this is energy from the recent past, and it's just kind of saying why the star was in reverse and why you had the Five of Pentacles here, okay? Now, moving forward, your third card here, Capricorn, is the Justice card, and you actually have this card twice. You have two repeating cards in this whole spread here. We'll go into that later. But the Justice card is about something being balanced, something being brought to justice, something being weighed, okay? And so this Justice energy you see here, she's really trying to use her mental clarity with the sword that's on her lap, okay? And she's got this snake, on the bottom of her feet. Okay, and her feet almost look like a tree. It's very interesting here. And you see that there's like some cobwebs here around some bowls or something that could have been used. So it's almost talking about um, may have been, during this week, Capricorn, something that was just cloudy for you, or you weren't using your spiritual gifts in some way, or something was feeling old or not useful. And so the snake is coming in to bring some type of rebirth for you, some type of change and evolution that you really want. Okay. And you want things to be justified, and you want things to be balanced here. Now, I also want to say, to go back a little bit with the Nine of Cups in the upright position, what was on the top of your deck from the recent past, is there could have been also some type of leveling up or leadership role or deeper level of a relationship or project, and something didn't quite feel right with you with the emotions tied to that, and you didn't have all the information, and there was like that illusion there, okay? Now, going forward, Capricorn, your fourth card here is the Five of Cups in the upright position. And this talks about not like only kind of focusing on the negative, right? I mean, it happens to all of us sometimes, like when things are going wrong, okay? But this is talking about there's still cups that are right side up. So you see this guy in the background, and he spilled 2 cups of wine, but there's still 2 cups, or 3 technically. There's 5. Oh no, he spilled 3. It's hard for me to see in the background. He spilled 3 back here, and then there's like 2 cups here, right? So 5. So it's just basically saying that towards the last week of May here, you may just be focusing, or you may have been in the past, or the person you're dealing with, or general environment, only on the negative things within whatever's going on in your life, right? While you're watching this reading, but there's still some positive things around you. Okay. Now, excuse me one second, I need some water. Okay. Now, this is where my spirit guides wanted me to talk about what was on the top of the bottom of your other deck, the confirmation cards that I use with the yellow border. So, what was on the top was the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and what was on the bottom was the King of Pentacles in reverse. So, a lot of Pentacles energy, a lot of mirroring energy, because one is a king, one is a queen, one is reversed, one is right side up. Okay. And this is again energy from the recent past. So, this could have been saying to us that the reason why you have this Five of Cups upright and you're only focusing on the negative, or another person was, or the general situation, was because you didn't feel grounded. You weren't feeling particularly supported by other people. You were having the stagnant energy. You weren't feeling abundant. But it says, despite that, you were able to shift that energy and then get those things, right? They both have trees. I mean, look, when they're both right side up, they're like a mirror image, like I was saying. So it seems like you only stay there for a little bit, okay, Capricorn, and then you come into this more abundant energy, feeling support all around you, okay, and manifesting whatever you want, right? Abundance is not just money, but manifesting whatever you want in your life. And your fifth card here, okay, going in order, is the Two of Swords in the upright position, okay? This is you, and I really feel like it goes really nicely with the King of Pentacles here that we just talked about. Once you start feeling supported and more grounded and more abundant, and people around you supporting you, support system, whatever that may be for you, friends, family, whatever, then you kind of go into this meditative place, okay, with the Two of Swords energy, with this Japanese artwork or culture in this card, right? And so, you know, her back is to us, but she's like taking a break to think about what I need to do next. My next decision, I want it to be connected to my heart. I don't want other people to confuse me about what I know is right. Okay, again, going back to the Justice card, because you have Justice twice. I'll show you that later, though. So you're going to take some time, maybe towards the end of May, where you're really wanting to make a decision with your heart and not just your logic. Okay, I mean, yes, your logic is there and it's helpful, but you also want to make it with your heart. And then Capricorn, beautiful, your last card here in the main six. Here you are, you show up, right? The Capricorn is represented by the Devil card. Devil card is not a negative card, okay? It just talks about something being out of balance, okay? This can talk about addictions, belief systems, whatever it is, right? You can be addicted to work, overworking. You can be addicted to only thinking a certain way, whatever it is, okay? But this also talks about some type of self bondage, possibly for some of you, or self, um, what is the word? Self sabotage, okay, for some of you, but not all of you. But I really feel like it's more because it's following the Two of Swords, it's more you coming into your own energy. I don't feel like it's really like every card has positive and negative attributed to it. So I don't really feel like it's the negative side of the card of the Devil. I feel like it's more you coming into your own energy here. All right. So with that being said, now we're going to get into your confirmation cards. Okay. So you have Justice upright. And oh my gosh, you guys, I think I made a mistake. Wait. Yes, I did. Okay. I put lotion on before and my arms and the cards were sticking. So I thought these two were the top of the bottom, but one of them is a confirmation card, and then I forgot this other one. So hold on. Melissa's tired. Let's go back. Malessea is tired. Artemisia. Okay. So everything I said still stands, but it's a little bit different here. Just a little bit. Okay. Because like I said, you have two cards that mirroring each other, or the same card in the same, not in the same position, but You have 2 Justice cards, and then you have 2 of Sword cards. And this goes with the energy of the Five of Cups, going back to only thinking about the negative and not seeing that there's still positive, right? And that is because this is what was on the top and the bottom of your deck. The 2 of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So this is just saying, actually, in the recent past, you were having a hard time connecting to your heart center or your heart chakra. And I believe Sagittarius got this card too. It was in a different position and whole different reading here. But sometimes when that happens, it could have something to do with the general astrology for everyone. I'm not an astrologer. I have listed some that I like in my description box below if you want to check that out. Okay, but this is just basically saying in the recent past, you might have had a hard time connecting to the heart center, right? You weren't maybe ready to make this decision or take a break or go into your intuition here. And that's because you didn't feel supported or abundant, and there's a lot of stagnant energy around you. That's just with that card, right? But then, as we know, here you have the 2 of Swords upright. And that's, good. So recent past, having a hard time, not ready to make a decision because of this, right? But then here you are, ready to go into your introspection, ready to use your instincts, your heart, and your mind. Okay. So sorry about that, but I wanted to make sure I did that right. Okay. Excuse me. So going forward, right? Everything I said about the Devil card, about the last card here in your main 6 still stands. I feel like that's more you coming into your own energy and not the negative aspects of the Devil card, okay? I just feel like it's, again, you're looking for more balance. There's a lot of balance, themes in your reading here a little bit, okay? So now we will do the confirmation cards in the right way. Justice upright is your first. Your second is King of Pentacles upright. And your last is Temperance in the reverse. Okay. So when the Justice card is upright and it's confirming the Star in reverse and the Five of Cups upright, this is basically saying, right, you didn't have this hope or inspiration for the future. Okay. You were having a hard time balancing something because the balance was off. She's literally holding, let me turn that down. She's literally holding the balance scales here, Capricorn. Okay. You see in one hand is the sword and the other is the balance scales. Okay. So something wasn't balanced, something wasn't justified, something wasn't weighed or correct or weighed or seen or judged correctly. And so this made you really feel a little bit of bitterness or like sourness, okay, because of this justification that didn't happen, okay, or you didn't feel like it was morally justified for some of you. If it's not that, right, because the Justice card can also have an energy. Well, no, I feel like it is that for you. Let me go back because it's like, again, I keep getting these messages about the 9 of Cups for you. This almost at the end of one journey and the beginning of something new, the ending of something 9, almost 10, and the beginning of something new, right? This was on the top of your deck. This was on the bottom of the other cards. But there was something where you didn't have all the information. There was a little bit of illusions about this. Maybe somebody promised something to you, if it's like a work situation or even a relationship or friendship, romantic, whatever. But it didn't, go the way possibly that you wanted, and you didn't feel like it was fair, right? That's the word I was trying to think earlier, of justice, like being justified, being fair. Something wasn't fair, okay? And when that happened, it made you feel like only focusing on the negative with the Five of Cups upright. But it's okay, Capricorn, because we know that you're going to get over this, okay? So hang in there. Going forward, your second confirmation card is the King of Pentacles upright. So this could be saying more towards the last week of May, Capricorn. You're going to feel more grounded. You're going to feel more support. You're going to start feeling more abundant, okay? And this is like a big contrast, right? You can see you're going through some changes here. Um, Not, a super lot of changes, but a lot of um, emotional changes, perhaps, or spiritual changes, where in the recent past, maybe even the first week, you felt left out in the cold. You were trying to find hope. You're trying to warm yourself up, trying to cheer yourself up, trying to look at the positive, even though it was really hard for you. You could have been looking for spiritual advice or help, right? You see this woman here, I forgot to mention this earlier. She has antlers on, right? So she's about to do some kind of spiritual ritual here. And then here you have the King of Pentacles coming in and saying, I have your back, okay? There is going to be support around you. Trust that there will be more abundance in your life, okay? The Five of Pentacles energy, too, or Five of Sacred Circles in this deck with a Native American, can have a little bit of the energy of lack, right? Thinking that there's never enough. Like sometimes we were taught growing up, not everybody, that, yes, thank you, right on the bell, spirit confirming that there's not enough, that you have to work and fight with other people. And if they get a promotion, then I'm not going to get a promotion. That's not true, right? So that is a lack mentality. When you come into an abundant mentality, you're welcoming more abundance and wealth into your life, okay? And so that is really the energy of the King of Pentacles here. And the more that you get into that mindset of saying, okay, maybe I don't see it right now, but I know that it's coming, this makes you get more into your heart center that you were having a hard time doing before, your heart chakra, and using your intellect along with your intuition, which is beautiful. Okay. Now, your last confirmation card here, Capricorn, is the Temperance card in the reverse position. So this talks about something still being a little bit out of balance, and it could be the emotions, right, with all the water. When the card is right side up, you see this woman under the ocean going to a well with a water pitcher, okay, and she's got that little dog by her. So this really talks about going deep into something. And when it's in the reverse, it could be scary for you to go emotionally deep into something, possibly. Okay, not for everybody, right? It's a general reading, but it could just be that something is out of balance. And again, this is confirming your second justice card upright. Something's out of balance. Something wasn't weighed or judged correctly or was fair. Something wasn't fair. Okay. But then with the devil coming in, I do believe that, again, this is more about your energy, Capricorn, where you're coming into your card. This is your card in the zodiac deck, okay? And so you are starting to balance your animalistic side. That is the devil, right? That is the instincts, the intuition, right? But when it's at the extreme, but I don't feel like it is for you. I just feel because this is your card, you're coming more into your energy towards the end of the month. You're feeling stronger. And even though you're still kind of resisting a little bit of this emotional balance or balance about something in general, I do think that you will get there. I just would say keep going, Capricorn, and stay strong because you're super strong. I mean, look at all this you've already gone through. You know what I mean? So, with all that being said, because I know we're a little over time, let's get some lighter energy here and do your oracle cards before you go. All right, so the first one is super cute. It's a kitty cat, and it says, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. All right. So that may be a message for some of you guys during this time period. Oops, dropping things. And then your second oracle card is your love card. So it can be platonic love, it can be romantic love, however you want to look at it, however you're looking at this reading. But either way, it's a beautiful message. It says you deserve love and you are lovable. Look at that. That's very nice. Yes, you are loved, Capricorn. And your last card here, which I thought was so beautiful, and I'll read a little bit about it in the book. I already marked the page and everything. I don't know if I'm saying this right. It is like a Welsh kind of word, but it's hearth, Hareath, hearth. I don't know. Anyway, forgive me if I'm mispronouncing it. But you see this person way off in the distance. It looks like they're at the top of the mountain, and there's all these clouds around them. and then this kind of like space galaxy thing in the background, which is kind of the theme of some of her cards here. But it says longing for home, homesick for the stars. All right. And I'm going to read you a quick little passage about this. Let me get closer here. The first thing it asks you, it's an inquiry or question for yourself for meditation. It says, I'm going to hold it like this, probably better to read. How can you commit more fully to your life? Okay. And it says, Harith, or however you say it, is a Welsh word that's difficult to translate, but it refers to a certain longing or homesickness, a yearning for a home or place to which we cannot return. This unexplainable, unshakable longing for home is common in star seeds and old souls. Perhaps you've had it since birth. For some, it's a distant memory of a planet, galaxy, or star system in the universe that their soul remembers and yearns to return to, a place they may have experienced more than Earth. For others, it's a longing for a unity of source, a remembering of interconnected oneness. This yearning can lead some starseeds to travel, searching all corners of the planet to find a physical place that feels more like home. For others, it can manifest as a need to find home in people, communities, and relationships, a journey to find something or somewhere they truly belong. If you resonate with this yearning for home but don't really know where your home is, you're being invited to remember that your soul chose to be on earth. You're being called to fully commit to embodying your life. You're being reassured that you didn't come here alone and that your soul consciously decided to experience what it's like to be a soul in a human body on this planet at this time. You're being called to anchor all of your presence, your personality, your soul, and your spirit in the here and now, to fully commit to living this life right now, to commit to putting 2 feet completely in. And then again, the last question it says is, how can you commit more fully to your life? All right, so I know that was a mouthful, but hopefully it gave you something, some type of interesting new way of looking at something. But yeah, Capricorn, that is your reading. And that was like really dramatic music when I was reading that. I don't know if that was too loud for you or if you guys heard it, but it was like, like this classical kind of music. So that was kind of funny for me. Side note. But yeah, I'm going to post this picture in a few minutes. If you want to check it out, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can just click in the description box below and follow the instructions. But yeah, other than that, Capricorn, thank you so much. I hope you guys take care. And I think that's it for tonight, but I will come back tomorrow starting with Aquarius. All right, so I'll see you guys later. Have a good time. Bye.